The Choice by Adao. Chapter 1. The Choice. Hakim sat at his desk, his brow furrowed with worry. He had been struggling for years to make his mark in the business world, but success always seemed to elude him. The bills were piling up, and the pressure was mounting. As he stared at the stack of unpaid invoices, a knock on the door interrupted his thoughts. "Come in," Hakim called out, hoping it wasn't another creditor demanding payment. A tall man in a sharp suit entered, holding a velvet box in his hands. He had a mysterious air about him, his eyes sparkling with an otherworldly glimmer. Hakim felt a mix of curiosity and caution as the man approached his desk. "I've been watching you, Hakim," the man said, his voice smooth and confident. "I know you've been struggling, and I have an offer that might change your life." Hakim eyed the box, his curiosity growing. "What's in there?" The man smiled and opened the box, revealing 2 pills, one red and one blue. "These pills hold the key to your future. The red pill will transport you back in time, allowing you to right your wrongs. The blue pill, on the other hand, will grant you access to an idea that will make you a millionaire." Hakim's heart raced as he considered the possibilities. The weight of his past mistakes bore down on him, but the allure of wealth and success beckoned like a siren's call. He hesitated for only a moment before reaching for the blue pill. Chapter 2. The Unexpected Reunion. In an instant, Hakim found himself standing in a sleek, modern office. The air smelled of freshly brewed coffee and anticipation. The room was adorned with awards and accolades, reflecting the success of the company he was about to meet. A door swung open and a woman stepped out. Time seemed to stand still as their eyes met. It was her, his ex-girlfriend Naya. Memories of their tumultuous relationship flooded Hakim's mind. He had ended things abruptly, fueled by youthful arrogance and a thirst for adventure. Now he had to face the consequences of his past decisions. Naya's eyes widened in surprise. "Hakim, is that really you?" he stammered, his mind racing to find the right words. "Naya, I didn't expect—" She interrupted him with a forced smile. "Well, this is certainly unexpected. I had no idea you were involved with this project." Hakim's heart sank as he realized the opportunity he had lost. Chapter 3. Reflections and Regret. As Hakim and Naya awkwardly exchanged pleasantries, he couldn't help but feel a sense of regret. The blue pill's promise of wealth and success suddenly seemed hollow compared to the chance to set things right with Naya and make amends for his past actions. In the days that followed, Hakim's meetings with Naya became more frequent. He discovered that she had risen through the ranks of the company, becoming its CEO, and was now in a position to offer him a lucrative contract worth millions. Despite the potential financial windfall, Hakim found himself longing for a different outcome, one where he had chosen the red pill. It was evident that Naya was stalling the project and finding the right time to break the unwanted news to him that her company would not be working with him. Late one evening, as the city lights twinkled outside his window, Hakim made a decision. He had to find a way to make things right with Naya. He definitely needed the contract. Chapter 4. The Meeting. Hakim reached out to Naya and requested a meeting. They met in a park as the sun was struggling to set at the horizon. He poured his heart out, apologizing for his past actions and the pain he had caused. Naya listened attentively. Her expression was indifferent. Hakim had left an indelible mark in her life, such that she would never forget. She told him categorically that nothing would ever make her forgive him in this life. And as for the contract, he had better forget it because her company was not ready to risk such sensitive project in the hands of a cheat and one with a dark soul like his. Hakim made all frantic efforts to assure her that he had changed, but stopped talking as a Lamborghini pulled in front of them and a sleek-looking man stepped out of it to pick her up. She looked at Hakim and said, "This is the man who picked my pieces up when you shattered my heart. Unlike you, he has the heart of gold. Bye, Hakim." Naya entered the car and was driven off by the man who acted indifferent towards Hakim. Chapter 5. The Aftermath. Hakim returned to his office and gazed around, trying to figure out what led to the appearance of the man that gave him the chance to change his destiny. Surely he could be given a second chance to choose the red pill. He realized that his greed over the years was what led him to choose the blue pill. He needed immediate gratification, one that would afford him the leave to pay his debts. The same greed that led to him dumping Naya for another girl, whom he felt had more to offer than poor Naya. He touched every object in the office, pinched every button to see if the man would appear, but all he met was a loneliness that enveloped his very essence. It was then he remembered the last words from the man. Once you make a choice, there is no going back, no second chances. A knock resounded on his office door. Hakim, we know you are in there. Open up. We have to talk about liquidating your company. A voice resounded behind the door. Hakim sat on his desk. What's the worst that could happen? He pondered. The knock continued resounding. Hakim shook as he saw the man standing in front of him with the red pill. Your last chance, Hakim, he said. Take the red pill and go back in time to make up with Naya. Hakim leaped forward to take the pill, but the man pulled his hand backwards as the knock still resounded. There is a consequence to this, Hakim, the man said. What is it? Hakim asked. I'm ready to do anything to take the red pill. The man shook his head and said, if you take the red pill and go back in time, you will reconcile with Naya, but both of you will remain poor for the rest of your lives, but would live happily ever after. Hakim paced around looking at the man in horror. He was between the devil and the deep blue sea. Was he going to choose love over wealth or face his creditors? He slumped back on his chair and asked again, what's the worst that could happen?